Greetings, everybody. My name is Reverend Dr. Martha Creek, and I'm a student of the teachings of the science of mind for about 25 years. And I'm taking an annual trip through the science of mind, through the textbook. The version I'm using is this one this year, The Science of Mind, the definitive edition. It may be a newer edition than some of you have seen or had. What most inspires me today about this is the subtitle, A Philosophy, a Faith, and a Way of Life. And that is my intent, my clear intent to continue to create a way of life that's different, a way of life that's newer, and a way of life that we often hear sung about, prayed for, and a new way of being with life on its terms, life as reality. So in this book, there is a template for how to follow along with this through the year, 365 days. And the first lesson comes from page 439. New cloth and old garments. Matthew, the scripture of Matthew, chapters 9, 16, and 17 verses are referenced. In saying that no man puts a piece of new cloth on an old garment, or new wine into old bottles. What in the world does it mean? What's it mean for me? What's it mean for you? And what was Jesus teaching in those words? Not to put new wine into old wine skins would not be sensible, sane, practical, for in doing so we ruin the new wine to put it in the old wine skins. We continuously do this out of our patterned and instinctual ways of being in life and with life if there is not a circuit breaker of some sort that says, wait, is this sensible for me? Do I actually want to do this? Is this action going to move me toward my goals? My goals for creating a new way of being, my goals for creating a new way of life. Is this action faith-based, which I'll get to in a minute? So in this old and new and the renewing of our mind, hopefully, then something has got to be discarded, grown through, broke through, transformed, transcended, transmuted. The older, painful, more stressful, archaic, animalistic way of being. And for me, it requires me to seek and find new revelations of the truth, what is true. And the truth, not as what is my truth, can only be found, not an absolute truth, which doesn't belong to me, nor is in my control. So my truth is only for me. And at then, not even true at times because my mind is also reviewing itself. So renewing itself. So what I would say is true for me today may not be true for me even later today or tomorrow as I have new revelations. So we must expect these new revelations, be willing to, an open mind. You know, in New Thought, we say it's required of us to stay open at the top, to be willing to change our mind and to have our mind changed when facts present or a new situation, a new perspective, a gained perspective, a broader perspective, to be able to change our mind and to have a mind open enough to actually do that. And not to lose sight of the fact that our soul is in an unfolding, that it is an expression, ever expanding, ever changing. And so is that of everything else, ever expanding, evolving. It does not mean that we're going to cast away any good that the old has to offer us. We're not going to cast away the lessons that we got, the lessons that we've learned already, the wisdom that's been gained from the gains and the losses and the disasters and the blessings in the disasters, things we couldn't even comprehend held benefit to us at the time. And in fact, they did as we look back. This means then accepting the unfolding, accepting the lessons, accepting the experiences of the past, accepting them, taking from them the benefit. How did I benefit from this? What good came to me from this? What did I learn from this? And then to courageously, when we can, boldly carry on. To take what we've learned, to apply what we've learned, dust ourselves off, brush ourselves off, and to boldly go forward, to press on. As my friend Jean says, onward and upward. This means then there is no limit. We are unlimited, infinite beings, and that our spirit will be timid, even afraid at times. It's normal, it's natural. And I was watching part of a series entitled The Chosen, and the early days of Jesus as he chose these disciples, and a song that was played in there. And one of the lines in the song is basically, I'm adapting, of course, I can't remember it exactly. Soul, rise up. Like, don't get shy on me now, soul. Dear soul, don't get shy on me now. Rise up. Rise up. I'm equipped to meet this, whatever it is. I'm equipped to meet it, even when I don't feel like I'm equipped to meet it. The next passage from Matthew is chapter 9, verse 20 and 21. And behold, a woman which was diseased with an issue of blood 12 years came behind him and touched the hem of his garment. For she said within herself, if I may but touch his garment, I shall be whole. So, as you interpret this story or read others' interpretations of this story, it's generally believed that Jesus was aware of this woman, of her presence, and turned to meet her with some words. Did you recall the words or some formation of the words? Thy faith, thy faith, thy faith hath made thee whole. Thy faith will make thee whole. Thy faith is your realization of wholeness, your faith. So this shows then the reality of a spiritually minded practice, a spiritually minded perspective is the atmosphere where real presence abides. And being aligned with, atoned with, and aware of that presence holds all the healing power we'll ever have, I'll ever have, or you ever have. According to your faith, be it unto you. So again, I'm reminded, and maybe you, of the necessity of faith and belief as supreme requisites and the demonstration of any spiritual power. And one of my greatest lessons so far has been it's actually belief, faith, and action. How will I move forward into that today? Blessings, friends, as you continue to contemplate and reflect. MarthaCreek.com to get in touch with me. Appreciate your comments, your insights, your discernments, and your exploration. I value our shared journey, this heartstring. Blessings.